Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your man Rock Cobain, and welcome back to the Cobain Report, featuring myself, Rock Cobain. We got Tramell in the building. Y'all make some noise. Today we got a special guest, Woodrow the fucking entertainer. It's like, no, Woodrow the entertainer is in the building.
What's the deal? Woodrow?
Snap it up for the homie. You know the vibes. Welcome to the Cobain Report, bro. What's been up with you?
Thank you for having me, man. First of all.
Oh, man, you know it's nothing. We go back a long ways.
I just been grinding, man. You know how it go. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Just you want me to go into the spiel now? Or you
Yeah,
want me to
no,
talk
go
about
ahead. Talk your shit,
You
yeah.
know, I'm acting now. You know, I've been doing movies.
Okay.
I'm still doing
Tubi?
music. Yep.
Tubi movies?
Tubi movies.
I wanna, hey, disclaimer. Cobain wanna be in a Tubi movie. Come put me in a Tubi movie. I need to be on a ghetto hero, okay?
You don't want to be a villain?
I be shit, nigga. I think I'd be a good ass, fake ass Tubi gangster. Like, I'm robbing everybody. I'm doing all the shit I want to do in real life.
All your dreams can come true.
Yeah, nigga, I was in church, so I need to come out and do some of the shit I couldn't do. God damn it. Anyway, talk to me some more, man. Tell me about the music, man.
I got my own studio now, Hitsville Studios,
Okay.
Finally. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I've been working with a lot of artists.
What's the Instagram? Shout it out.
Hitsville Studios. HITZVILLE Studios.
Okay.
But it ends with a Z.
All right, located here in Detroit?
It's in Redford.
In Redford? Okay. So, yeah, y'all check out my man at Hitsville Studios, located in Redford. Woodrow the Entertainer, man. Black-owned business. Y'all support that, all right? All right? Other than that, brother, what's up? What's up? Talk to me, man. What's up in the hood?
Man, I'm trying to get to that money.
That money?
Yeah.
That money?
That money.
We all trying to get to that
How the
money.
acting been treating you?
It's been good. It's been good. I'm new to it, but it's something I always wanted to do. It's kind of natural for me, so
That's dope.
I'm just finally getting noticed a little bit and pulled in certain directions because people see what I've been doing. You know
Yeah, what movies you been in already, bro? Talk to him.
Let me pull out the list.
I almost choked on this little ass bottle of water. Wait a minute. Wait.
So you got a
Did
list.
you say the
got a
list?
Yeah, you got a list.
Do I need to go to your IBDGMFMPLOP, whatever the name of that damn website
He
is?
been working.
There's a couple that's not on here because I just did a few.
I know Coney. I know you was in a movie called Coney Island. I know that one.
Coney, A Stranger in Our House,
Okay.
At What Cost, By Any Means,
Damn.
God Forgives I Don't, Sloppy Seconds.
You was in Sloppy Seconds?
Yeah, but I was extra.
I love that movie.
you
It's
was in
weird
it.
with the
You was
little
in
dog
it.
scene.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I don't want to run it for you. But
It's back
Yeah.
up now. It ain't on there. But
why did they take it off?
I guess
Because
it was
of
too
dog
much
scene?
I guess it was too much outrage, I guess.
Oh, no. That movie was good. I watched it. I actually watched it. Shout out to, what's her name? Janaea? Janaea, I think is her name.
And you said it was too much outrage, so it was a lot of controversy, huh?
Man, it's this Tubi group. I don't know if y'all in this Tubi group on Facebook.
Yeah.
But that Tubi group go crazy when
It
the new
does.
movie drop.
It do.
And something crazy in the movie, they just talk about it for like
They do.
weeks.
They do.
And to the point where that really would be pushing the movies for real. You know what I'm saying? So,
But a lot of people watched that movie, though, because the outrage was crazy. Niggas was watching it.
Yeah,
So for them to take it down is crazy.
That sound like the first one we're gonna be jumping into.
Yeah,
There's
man,
a lot
so-
of outrage and a lot of controversy with this.
No,
person.
man. So I'm proud of you, Wood. With all your accomplishments, man. That's actually dope. I didn't know you were in so many movies, bro.
Yeah, I got a bunch more.
Man, that's a
Damn,
blessing.
you
Keep
want to
it
go to the
going.
rest
Keep
down the
it
list?
going.
I mean, go ahead.
I got 2 episodes on The Plant. I was an extra in Blue Ice, Deceitful Family, What People Do for Money. That was an old movie though. On Consignment. I actually scored that movie, and I
Damn.
got 2 songs placed in that movie as well.
Okay.
And Her Husband's Enemy. I wasn't in the movie, but I got a song placement in the movie.
Okay. That matters too, though, low key, because you still growing with your little IDBM, whatever that thing is
Yeah.
called. So that's about 10 movies you just named, bro.
And then I think I just did like 2 more. I can't remember the name of them right now.
Crazy.
I ain't right.
So are you pushing more into being an actor than a rapper now?
No, I'm doing both of them.
Okay.
And it ain't just rapping. You know what I'm saying? I also on the production side. You know, I'm
Yeah.
a producer,
You do.
engineer,
make beats.
songwriter.
Yeah, you do.
Now
I think I got a
I'm
couple
engineering
joints from you.
movies.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other bag right there.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Proud of you, bro. Proud of
man,
you, brother.
appreciate it.
So on both ends with the movies and the music, you in front of the camera and behind the camera, which one you think is more like your speed? Which one you like the most?
Being an artist more, you know what I'm saying? But I know I gotta, you know how the game go. You get older, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you switch into.
I always
gotta
wanted to branch
diversify.
off into acting as I got older anyway.
Yeah.
And I actually just posted a manifestation I posted like 10 years ago on Facebook. I was like, I want to rap. I want to own my own business, start my own business. Then I want to branch off into acting as I get older.
And you did it.
Yeah, I'm doing all that.
That's the vibes.
So
artistry, that was the first love.
That's Black Boy Joy. Yeah, Black Boy Joy right there, champion.
That's love.
Black excellence at its best. Speaking of Black Boy Joy, I think I'm going to go ahead and kick this off for our first topic. Hey, man, Charleston White got his ass whooped. I don't know if that's the way I was supposed to intro that, but I'm going to say it.
My man's Charleston.
What y'all think about your man's getting his ass tossed up like a Tupac song?
Oh, man. I let the guest speak on that. Like, how you feel about that?
You gotta keep your head on the swivel, man. You gotta keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah.
He was watching the wrong nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was watching the wrong nigga.
So I take it you did see the video.
Yeah, I think.
All right.
He said that one eye wasn't working right. So that's what he said.
Shit.
That. He said that. So my man caught him. That's what he said.
I forgot, dog, when he had one eye.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder. You got to keep that
What's
joint
that,
on the
glass
swivel.
eye?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought he was just cross out a little bit.
Nah, it's a glass eye.
I
It's
think
a
that
glass
joint
eye.
is not
damn.
effective at all. But that joint is out of commission.
But both of y'all being entertainers, like, how would y'all handle, an unruly crowd? Because he said that's what the case was. Somebody was heckling him. So how would y'all handle that?
So
See, that's tough.
it is. I think being a rapper or entertainer in that capacity is a little bit different because if you really kind of paid your dues and went through and built your chops and all that, you done been in a lot of unruly and a lot of environments, karaoke's and all kind of wild shit where people ain't paying you no attention anyway. So you kind of get, you just go up there and you knock shit out the park like you used to doing. But I think as being a comedian, you need that crowd engagement. So as a musician, you cool with the crowd engagement, but you just rocking your song, your record. So you up there knocking that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You doing the dance moves. If you got dance moves, you making sure that you not honestly, bro, as an artist, you trying to remember every motherfucking word. If you got a whole bunch of songs and a whole bunch of records. Because you done wrote so many records, you like, fuck, what's the line? What's the next line? You know what I mean?
Man, that's the part.
Me personally. Go ahead. Tell me how you feel about it, Wood.
Man,
you still active as an entertainer.
I forget. I'm not acting. I'm active.
That's what I said. You still active
I
as
thought
an
you said
entertainer.
active.
No, I'm currently deactivated. I'm on the bench as an entertainer right
But
now.
no, let me get that straight. So I actually been on the bench for the last couple years. You know what I'm saying? But I did it to myself because I wanted to build up my studio and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a lot going for myself before I stopped.
You had, yeah.
And I had to.
As long as I done known you, bro, you've been very consistent when it comes to music.
Man, I want this shit, bro. I ain't playing.
I ain't gonna hold you up. I mean, I know at least I can talk solid years. I know you've been going, and not wavering and still keeping it going even when others have kind of like, I ain't gonna make it. I'm just straight. You know what I mean? You just keep rocking with it, and that's what I'm proud of you, dog. For all your accomplishments, not giving up on just, and it's a tough field. It's a lot of people that want to do this. It's a lot of people that want to be entertainers. It's oversaturated, but the cream always rises to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
debatable, but yeah.
You say what?
Debatable, but yeah. It's an old argument. We ain't about to do that. But
no,
yeah.
That's real. No, we got time. Shit. What up? We got shit.
Let him get to
this the podcast.
Yeah, let him get to the controversy first.
Okay,
as far as like how you would handle, an unruly crowd.
An unruly crowd.
Yeah.
First of all, I probably caused it. Have you ever been to one of my shows?
No, I haven't had the pleasure.
Did you just win a competition for Lil Jon song or something like that? That was crazy.
I did a faking the band show, and I performed as Lil Jon. It's kind of like trap karaoke, kind of.
Yeah, you went ham though. I seen it. I think he shared it. Didn't Lil Jon share it or something like that? Or
yeah, he liked it.
Something like that. Yeah,
he liked it.
That's big. That's big.
He liked it, but yeah, I went crazy. And my energy kind of matched Lil Jon energy music anyway. So I really just performed how I perform and was playing his music. So it was easy. You know what I'm saying? Because I perform like that anyway.
Yeah, you do.
So
very high energy crowd, very lit, very songs always.
Unruly crowd though, like. Get the fuck on.
So you wouldn't did it no different?
No. So in a situation like that, for one, you gotta read, relax, and relate. So
what you say? Hey, so, nigga, don't move past that quick. We black. You got to put in the book for us. Slow it down.
Read, relax, and relate.
All right, explain that.
Just pay attention to your surroundings. Okay, you talking shit to some niggas or to a nigga. Was you paying attention to who he was with? He might have came with 30 niggas and they over there. Mm-hmm. And then you over here. And now you done got tackled this way. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that.
Because your eye couldn't catch up.
For one, you got to keep your Keep your shit together. You know what I'm saying? If you got an entourage, they got to be on point at the end of the day. But I try not to get into shit like that because shit can get too wild, too many people.
But would you engage with the crowd? Like if you see that it's already escalating and, you know what I'm saying? Like he was straight up like, niggas out here with Kobe Bryant jerseys on. Damn, niggas, it's 40 other. You just go specifically say the nigga with the jersey? Are you just talking to me, nigga?
Nah,
you
but
could have
but he a comedian, so that's what he's there to speak to them. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like doing no songs.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily have to.
I wouldn't call that nigga a comedian, bro. I wouldn't get that nigga that. Like,
What
So
they
you
booking
just
him?
don't- you
What
don't
they
like
booking him
Charleston.
for?
it ain't even, bro, I ain't gonna hold you up. It ain't even, I don't like Charleston, bro. I respect the message Charleston has for our
he
community.
definitely more than, I ain't want to just say like.
Nah,
just
he a
more
motivational
than
kind of
that,
nigga.
but
I like, so what I like is Charleston's message. I don't like his method. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with his message. I think that the stuff that he's saying about us stepping up, being men in our households again, not
he
letting
not
our
wrong.
daughters and he ain't wrong with nothing what he talking. It's the way the nigga coming across.
But think about it like this: if he didn't say it like that, well, we'd pay that shit.
And he got a video where he just said,
You're right.
when I had on bow ties and I was in a city government and I was running with RuPaul drag show and you niggas wasn't watching.
He was.
Yeah, not
But
at
as
all,
soon
not
as
at
I
all.
turn around and be crazy and buy some gold chains and turn my eye, you niggas watch. He ain't capping. But,
Nah.
It's the
right?
way the world is. It's just
If you want to reach a certain demographic of people, bro, you have to be able to relate to them on a different level. The people who you're going after is not the niggas that you talking to. You trying to, yeah, y'all gotta take care of your wives. These niggas sell dope and shit all. They don't give a fuck. Your message need to be the middle class people who actually can hear what the fuck you saying and understand it. The people who you trying to reach,
They don't hear what he's saying. They don't understand what the fuck he's
them
saying.
niggas not listening. A nigga still going to sell dope right tomorrow. They don't give a fuck about them kids, none of that shit. Charleston gonna talk himself blue with the crowd that he's trying to reach to. You need to reach to a different type. I personally, like, this is what I always live by, cuz probably, you know. I don't expect an A+ from a C student. These niggas is be grateful that the nigga is a C. That's his maximum capacity. You gotta gauge him and where he at. A C is his maximum. Let the nigga be a C student. Reach out to your niggas who getting A's. Push them niggas up. That's who you. That's what you're trying to do, right? Black family, teach men, pull your pants up, all that kind of shit. Them little niggas, the niggas who you trying to reach with the gold chains, them niggas ain't listening to you, cuz.
But you know,
So they
unfortunately,
whooping your ass because they not hearing you.
unfortunately, I
They
mean,
ain't whoop Martin Luther King ass like that.
He say he disrespect rappers because of the way, I guess based off the shit they rap about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
Now I don't even know if he really listening to everybody to even say stuff like that. But when he disrespect people specifically, they got music. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Well, it depends on who. Because, I mean, a nigga like you, I don't hear too many of your records out here. I'm shooting them too. Your shit be dance music, party anthems, and all that, right? So,
I be calling girls bitches and shit though.
I mean, he do too. He do too. He call these hoes bitches too. Like, we all call, I mean, it's what it is. I think, like I said, bro, his message, I think, is correct. But the method that he's going and probably the demographic that he's trying to reach is a little crazy for what he's trying to pull.
But to your point, as far as like the message and who he talking to, unfortunately, I remember in school, like the kids that got in trouble, those are the ones that the teachers took the time out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and of course they had to because they distracted the class the most. But those are the ones that got the attention. So it's like, I mean, how he gonna present this message? He said, he can't be up there, with the bow tie on and stuff like that because they're not gonna listen.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, that's just how it go.
You're right. I don't know though, bro. Yeah, I don't know. You just throwing on the gold chain and putting on some, and then this nigga 50. It goes back to what we was talking about in episode 1. You know what I mean? Like, you trying to reach a different demographic, but nigga, you just need to go on back to the suits and shit, bro. After that ass whooping you took, you might as well wrap it up. But anyway, about this ass whooping that he took.
So you get beat up. So you get beat up one time and fuck the message.
Maybe at 50. Go sit your ass down somewhere, my nigga. You maybe shit. I mean, I ain't in the mood to take too many more ass whoopings at 40. So at his age, goddamn, sit your ass. You just got your ass mollywop with a Green Bay Packer.
I always
goddamn.
wonder why niggas always try him. Like, do he just talk crazy to everybody, or because he talk crazy online, niggas want to try him? Like, what?
I think it's
a little bit of both. Go ahead.
I think it's that what you said as far as like he talk crazy, so people want to try him. You know what I'm saying? And it is one of them situations. Unfortunately, you know, that's how it go. That's the space he in, you know, so that kind of come with that territory. It's like an artist. You know, if an artist talking gangster, you know what I mean? Once, you know, they come to the city for whatever reason, somebody want to try him, you know? And I mean, Charleston, you know, he going to be here next month. So
he coming to the wrong city with that shit. He better fix the message before you get to Detroit, because they going to beat your ass with some buffs on, boy. And ain't nobody stopping Detroit niggas. I don't care if you bring Dewberry, Hughberry, Stewberry too. Niggas is whooping that ass.
You would get him on here?
I would bring his ass here because I think that I would have the same conversation with him about literally, bro. I'm very receptive of the message. You know what I mean? Being a father, being a black guy who's trying in life. You know what I mean? Went to college, all that kind of stuff. I understand exactly what you're saying because your message relates to a nigga like me. But does your message relate to a nigga who's already thrown it away and ready to crash out? He ain't listening to you, bro. He ain't trying to hear that shit. He gonna sell dope. He gonna whatever. It's a certain demographic of niggas that just don't care what you're talking about. They gonna continue to wake up. That's what they do. That's just what they do. The niggas who whooped his ass probably is niggas who just ain't trying to hear that shit. They wearing jerseys and shit. Like, he always say that shit. Niggas that's wearing Michael Jordans and basketball jerseys is causing the most drama at anything. Any family function, any bar, it's always a nigga with jerseys and Jordans on.
I mean, but that ain't shit but ageism. That's just a demographic of niggas who still wear jerseys. Nah. So that's a demographic of men. You know what I'm saying? So,
but and honestly, he was going off of like I say like a political stance, because you go to like the clubs, a certain age group. That's what they got, you know, posted. You know what I mean? As
no
far
jeans,
as like,
no gym
yeah,
shoes.
no jerseys. It's specific. No jerseys, no baggy pants, you know, all of that stuff. So, I mean, he knew what he was doing when he did that. As far because he poking at, you know, the big.
He was.
You know what I mean? He knew what he was doing.
So if you watch the video, which the video's everywhere. If you guys want to find the video, it's probably on Twitter, Instagram, a lot of everywhere. You can kind of see he was coming out on stage to do his show. He started getting heckled, and he started to actually go back and forth with somebody that was in the crowd, which is crazy. Because if you there to get your bag and you there to get the back end like he showed us that he got, the focus should be on the paper, not with these people who not getting paid to be here is out here talking about and doing, right?
Right, get through your set and get the fuck on.
And gone. Now you done took an ass whooping for nothing. You already had the back end.
It ain't that important.
So you got an ass whooping and still got the back end. That's dumb as shit.
But he admitted.
I'd have got the fuck on as soon as I got the back end.
So he got the back end plus tax.
He definitely got plus taxed.
But he admitted, like, his whole thing and why he reacted why he did, he said he blew the show. He said he couldn't get, you know, the crowd back.
Yeah, so he was like, should I go viral? I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm going viral.
Yeah,
niggas do anything for clout. You done took an ass whooping for clout.
And at that age, like, that's
at 50 years old with one eye, you took an ass whooping for clout.
Yeah, that's
fuck it. I'm just gonna go viral. The nigga hit a nigga with a flower pot, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
A flower pot was your weapon of choice.
Did you see how he swung the mic?
Niggas talking about, I didn't bring my mace, my pepper spray, nothing. I just got caught slick. Yeah, you got your ass handed to you in Texas on some bullshit. In your home state. That's where you from. That's your hood.
Yeah. Where is his fucking
security?
Dewberry, another 50-year-old nigga out there.
He was there. He pitched in a little bit, you know what I mean? But the clout, it is, like you said, at an all-time high. You know,
man.
Whack 100, you know.
Oh, man, that's another situation.
Yeah.
We talking about clout. We might as well go on into a topic that I don't want to talk about. So this part of the show, like I told y'all, his views and opinions are not mine and mine are not his. So this part of the show, we're going to talk about something real touchy, something real sensitive. So if you a hoe ass nigga, get out the room. Tramell, go and tell him what you want to talk about, bro. I can't do this with you, man. I love this nigga Nip, man.
So I'm a big fan of Nip too, real big fan. You know what I mean? Honestly, my brand was inspired, you know, through Nip with the Crenshaw brand, his whole like marathon and everything. And this week, Whack 100 was on a show. You know, he was on a platform and he was speaking on Nip, you know, and he claimed that it's a sex tape that, you know, Nip was engaged in with another individual. And this individual was supposed to be, you know, doing his baby mama. And he said he needed some motivation, so he called, you know, his homeboy through. The video, it haven't surfaced, you know, don't know if the video is legit, but this is what we talking about with the clout. You know, like this man is no longer here. You know, so how you feel about Wack bringing something like that up?
Man, why keep like, bro? So now Nip is like Adam 22.
That's what Adam 22 said. That's what he said. He said, so you telling me he worse than me? He said that. I mean,
I don't. Who else did that? Did he?
Yeah.
Man,
FreakyNiggas.com.
It'll never be that serious.
Yeah.
But I don't believe it. I didn't need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? We could have lived happy lives without that information. I don't understand what your motivation was for bringing that shit up.
I mean, like I feel like
No, I'm talking about Wack. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because he a whack ass nigga, bro.
Yeah.
His name stay everything for him. I'm staying out of this topic because y'all already know how I feel about the hood stuff. You feel me? It's always gonna be neighborhood around here with me. So I'm gonna stick out of this and I'm gonna let Tramell have his shine time. But I'm gonna say what I got to say. Nipsey, I don't know, man. I hope it ain't true, bro. That's all I got to say.
I don't
You look like a
believe it.
stand-up gentleman to me, so how you can't stand up, gentlemen?
Nah,
First of all, pause.
Immediate pause.
Crazy.
It blew my mind. Like he even felt comfortable talking about it. You know what I mean? Like again, you know, he gone. He been gone for a little while now, and you gonna like, you know, try to like put all these things on this man's name. You know what I mean? Like, but. You know, what do you think as far as the motivation was behind it? You know,
I mean, you know, they got their history. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, they definitely got history.
they got deep history. So if you notice, you know what I'm saying, he showed some respect, but it wasn't all.
I don't think Nip really
like
fucked with
everybody.
Wack when he was alive like that, though. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
know
I
the
think-
vibes,
I think-
but
I think
Big
they was-
U was more Nip's man. You know what I'm saying? Big U was the homie compared to Wack wasn't really the homie for Nip like that. So I could kind of understand the vibes. You know what I mean? Compared, it's a lot of LA history in that shit. Like you said, it's a lot of LA history in that. But to talk about a man who's dead in that way is an ultimate clout chase.
it's disrespectful.
And that's what niggas is doing nowadays.
But that might just be our community because niggas talk about Elvis and all these niggas all day and ain't nobody heartbroken and all that. So, but our community, I think, holds Nipsey at a high regard for his message that he had out, right? So it's kind of like if you look along the walls here, they have a lot of great people. So it's like somebody bringing a story against Martin or Malcolm or the
Which
minister.
they have.
You know what I
With
mean?
Martin, they have.
For the black community, we looking like, don't talk about it. But it kind of goes back to, you know, how we treat our pastors and our people that's in authority or our people who have been in a high figure role to us. You know, we give them a pass on a lot of bullshit. You know, so whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I'm gonna respect the message that Nip had out. You know, what niggas do in their bedrooms, I feel like is their own fucking. I mean, that's between you and God anyway, right? I ain't in that bitch.
Yeah, that ain't
I
my
with
business.
you. I ain't trying to be in that bitch.
That ain't
either.
our business. You know
So,
what? It's always some
pause
stuff
for
Wack
Wack.
saying always that ain't got shit to do with being our business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is not our business.
It ain't even his business.
Because
like,
Wack is a nigga who he like for his name to ring from bullshit. You know what I mean? Like he's
in the
he's
game of
definitely a
content.
clout chaser, bro.
That's the game. That's the shit you got to deal
But he
with.
stay relevant. We talking about him right now because
And that's
he
the
keep
whole point.
talking shit about, you know what I mean?
And that's the same thing Charleston was doing. That's why I say if he didn't say it in this way, would we even care? Would we even know about it?
and like you said, so that's the game of content. So how far and what's the extreme you think that, you know, what's the line you cross when it comes to like, you know, going for the content?
Man, I'm not breaking my character for nobody. Unless it's anger. Then you know what I'm saying? I got some control over it, but you know what I'm saying?
I mean, emotions are they real. That's
But no, at the end of the day, that's the black man needs to control their emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with everybody today.
I agree.
Yeah, because we definitely have that stigma of being an angry black man, and you have, you know, the angry black woman stigma.
That's a whole nother.
That's definitely out here about us. But at the end of the day, I don't think that Charleston is necessarily an angry black man. I just feel like he's pushing that message on a dead horse. Nobody's hearing that shit. You preaching to the choir. You know, the people who, they just not hearing that shit, bro. Street niggas not listening to this nigga. They laughing at this nigga for sure. They watching the nigga, but they ain't hearing that shit, man. He ain't even.
So who is reaching everybody? Like if that's the
Suki Hana.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, everybody Leo Brown and all that. Yeah, they want to switch. You don't think they want to switch? I mean, that's what's being promoted.
Pause.
Hey, bro, I'm just rapping lyrics.
What did you mean by that?
They just want to switch. Switch. That's the record, right? That's what's being played every day, all day along. Internet content is.
No, I'm talking about, like, I understand that's getting through. That's what's being pushed.
That's the message.
But as far as like the message that he trying to push, like, okay, if that's not the right way to go about pushing that message, then what is?
They're not playing it. We know this. We know how. I mean, radio promoters and programmers program the music. They're not putting in anything that's teaching us how to beat anything. Name one number one song that put on for the, like, really talk, like, what? Give me one. One record.
It's been a long time.
One record.
Jesus Walks.
I was going to say that, right? But you're probably right. I can't think of another record that has been something that promoted, you know, us being great fathers, great family figures, going to work even. How about that? I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a hustler. It's nothing wrong with punching in, bro. I know niggas who live great lives. I'm not downplaying entrepreneurs at all. I know niggas who live great lives off punching in, though.
I feel like you got to do both. If you bought that entrepreneur life, you know what I'm saying, because it can get slow. You know what I'm saying? It should get real. I feel like you should do both.
So I can probably speak to this category a little bit, or this topic a little bit harder. I own my own business. You know, I started a store at 35 years old, I think it was, Dow House in Lansing.
Right.
And everybody knows I'm a social worker, you know, by trade. I've gone to college, got my degree for social work, been doing a lot of years. I left the social work industry and just opened a business, literally, right? A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of all that. So, but I'm back in the work field now, because for me at that point in time, the entrepreneur life wasn't for me at that specific time in life. I have a 10-year-old, I have children, you know what I mean? I can't wait for the downtime compared to other entrepreneurs who can work through the downtime. I need it to be all the time. I need to know what's happening so that I can plan for my life's journeys, you know? And I really live by your kids didn't ask to be here. So sometimes you have to make those kind of sacrifices to say, I want to be an entrepreneur. I swear to God, I want to do this so bad, but I can't go through the financial downtimes because rent, lights, cable, clothes, shoes, socks, t-shirts, drawers,
gas,
all that stuff happens daily, monthly. Like, it's not just all right, I'm up 6,000 this month. That's cool. But everybody's not a person who's like, you know, some people just need to punch in, dog. You know, it's cool too. And we have to change like the vibe of niggas punching in, because what we're doing is teaching these young kids that you got to be a rapper, you got to be a boxer, you got to be something like that that's going to be, you know, easy, quick, fast money or whatever. But back in our day, before I was even, bro, they went to Ford and Chrysler and GM and the plant and UPS. You wanted jobs. Niggas wanted the post office. Niggas wanted that. Nah, niggas laughing at you for working at FedEx. They laughing at you for working at UPS. These are jobs niggas really wanted when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really wanted these joints. Now it's like, nigga, you work for the post office?
Well, it's a reason for that. For one, what they paying now, they was paying back then. But back then, that was considered a lot of money to be being paid. Now that's damn near minimum wage.
Well, the pandemic changed a lot.
Yeah.
So
shout out to the pandemic.
Yes, shout out to the pandemic.
One time for the pandemic.
2 times for the pandemic. But anyway, with that, I think that with that influx of money that came in, right, people kind of got used to people being able to spend that kind of money. So when we were up, I mean, they were giving out $600, $700 a week. I know niggas who don't make that.
No,
I know niggas who don't make $100 a day right now, bro.
That was a false sense of security.
For real.
Yeah.
Niggas $12, you make $12, $13 an hour. I mean, I know niggas who don't make $100 a day right now. So they passing you out $100 a day to sit at home. Niggas got used to it. So everybody jacked up the prices. Food prices went up. Car prices went up. Everything went up. But then when they snatched the money, all that shit stayed up.
That's the problem.
But our money went down. or the regular average Joe.
It stayed the same. Or it didn't. It went up, but it went up a little bit, not too much.
Yeah, inflation.
It ain't go up enough.
It's always gonna be inflation, right? But I believe the pandemic pushed inflation at a crazy pace for those 2 to 3 years, and now, niggas don't got the money like that. You know what I mean? So I don't see nothing wrong with punching in, dog. You know what I mean? I have lived a great life. I've raised all my children off punching in. My kids are successful. My kids are clean cut. They spoiled as hell. Beyond, but I've been able to do that off punching in. That's not everybody's journey, but we
need consistency at the end of the day, like you said. Yeah. That's where it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a month you don't make nothing. But can you actually survive and not make nothing? You still got to eat every day. You might have kids. You got bills. You might have a girl. You might have 2 girls. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. But you got to I just think that we got to stop making it look like it's crazy. Like his message on dudes being men and getting back to the old fashioned way. I fuck with Charleston for his message. But his I just think his delivery is a little wrong. So,
but to the point he was saying, as far as like how do you deliver the message? You know what I mean? Like
they need to change the music.
That's a big thing. You know
music
what I mean?
Music is it, bro. It's the, like I said in the first episode, it's really the pulse to our life. Some of my best memories are always equated with a song. If you ask me right now, Drew Hill, tell me, I can tell you who was my girlfriend, where I was at when I first saw the video, all that.
I'm gonna just start stumping.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear me? Hood, but
no, music is definitely emotional, and it got like a psychological attachment to it, But as far as that, position Charleston taking for, I don't want to call him an activist, but taking on like trying to keep the people in line and stuff like that. That's a difficult position to be in. When you got mothers talking to their kids like how he talking to the to the people in general. You know what I mean? Like it's some mothers that's talking to their kids. I know mothers that call their kids out of their names. You know what I mean? Like, and that's mama. So
all right. So y'all remember old boy Boonk?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Boonk Gang.
His mama.
Delivered. Yeah.
If you've been watching Instagram, his mama been going crazy on him on the internet because he changed over to. He was John Gabbana, but now I think it's something about John Bible or John something. He's changed.
Switched up again?
He's converted to Christianity.
He holy now.
Like he's super saved now, right?
Yeah.
But his mom got on and was like, you didn't have to go through all of this, and basically downplaying his testimony, right? So he got on and he said what he had to say. He's like, you can't change how my truth is. Like you can't change my narrative of what the truth is of growing up in the house with you. She came on that mud, called him every B word, everything in the world, bro. You had to go to his page and check it out. You check out his Instagram. Ty Tribbett even commented on the video and was like, bro, I feel, like I feel so bad for you that you got to go through this. And he like, I've been dealing with this my whole life. This my mama.
She kind of proved what he was trying to say, it seemed like. But that's what I'm saying. And especially with young men, because the mothers, they can't, be a man, of course. Yeah. So they are like over aggressive, you know what I mean? Especially with how they communicate with their sons.
Yeah, because they want to show them how to be quote unquote men. Perfect example is Krishan, right?
Oh yeah.
Since she had her baby, she just wears hats to the side and dressed like a boy because her thought process is he don't have an in-house daddy every day, so I got to be more masculine so that he won't be feminine. That's not always true. Yeah, she said that. If you notice, it's on her page. All that she that's her reasoning for. If you notice, since she had her baby, she dressed more masculine now. Is because she wants him to see. That's her thought process, right? But who knows? Did she have a dad in the house? Who knows what her actual, like, who knows what she had? Who knows what her fucking role models and shit were growing up? So
all that matters. Childhood trauma, all that follow you in every relationship, trauma, all the way up to the day you die.
And that's what that lead to. It leads to relationships.
Childhood trauma is one of the things that truly can lead you down a horrible path as a parent. Myself, I always didn't have the greatest relationship with my father. My dad was in my life, but he wasn't active every day sometimes in my life. I would go periods of, I think I went one time almost maybe 3 to 4 years without seeing my father because he relocated to Louisiana, So, but what I've purposely done is tried to change how I interact with my children. I make it a point to try and go above and beyond. I live an hour and a half away from my kids, right? So I don't have the luxury of, all right, I can go after school and go see my son, even if it's 15 minutes or 10 minutes. So I make sure I FaceTime them. I call them. We have group chats. We text all the time. I am I'm there. I'm a present dad. Even if I'm not present, I'm present. You know what I mean? I take my weekends. If I have free time, first thing I'm doing is, all right, drop them off, bring them to me or whatever. You know what I mean? Because kids don't necessarily need you to go spend a whole bunch of money on them. They just want time and attention. They want to be around you, see you, deal with you, just be under you. They're your bloodline, your seed. So they have that inherent thing that calls and draws them to you because it's your DNA, it's your blood. So it should be something in you that attracts to them naturally. You know what I mean? So they want to see you. They want to be around. They want to do all that. So, like I said, his message about fathering and parenting and doing all that is correct. I just think he need to figure out another way to do it.
And you spoke on your pops. That lead into the last one. So your pops met your mom in church, right?
Yeah. So I forgot about this topic.
Relationships in church. You know how you feel about
relationships in church. So I believe that church can give a false security when it comes to relationships. When you meet these people, you meet them at church. Usually when you go to church, you have on your Sunday morning face, your Sunday morning clothes, your Sunday morning attitude, your Sunday morning persona, right? But you don't know them for real. You don't know you don't know how they are when they live. You know, all you see is the clean presentation. You don't know how they really are. It gives you a false sense of hope because you're like, oh, Sister Johnson over there looking good as, ooh, girl, them stockings. Come on around for offering. You get to Sister Johnson house. Sister Johnson house looking like Deacon Johnson, somebody, she need to be him, not her, because the house clean looking like basketball flows and all kind of crazy stuff. It just gives you a false security and a false sense of who they are. Now, as my pops say, you're supposed to collect data and do all that dating and all that kind of stuff, right? Church people don't really date like that, though. They date in church. Or I'll say old school church people. Because nowadays,
they get straight to it.
These church people, they're not the same as what I grew up with when I'm talking about, you know, Deacon Hattie or Sister Melinda or these people, these old school. You know what I mean? I'm talking from where I came from. You know, my days. I was born in the 80s. So that's 40 years ago now.
God damn.
Exactly. Nah, nigga, for sure. I'll be 40 this year. But I'm still lit and just might take your trick. Say no. My son already know I'm lit. He know the vibes. He been with me his whole life.
So with you attending church and everything, you think is good or bad?
Church,
finding somebody in church.
Are you active in church or do you go to church? Are you in church?
Not right now, no.
Before,
but you been in church before?
I did grow up in church.
Did you see any successful relationships come out of that?
Yeah, I see a bunch of marriages, and I've seen a bunch of failed marriages too. But I see the more traditional living people more so attend church. I mean, it's a little bit everybody, but for the most part, I see more so. Well, the older folks getting married. It's some younger folks who get married. Like it's my coach and his wife, rest in peace, who just passed away. His nephew just took over his father's church, House of Prayer and Praise on 6 Mile.
Yeah, I know him.
Wyoming.
Steve, the Bennetts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Bishop Bennett. I know Steve Bennett. Go back with them a long time. They were part of Full Gospel Baptist with my dad, so I actually grew up with them. House of Prayer and Praise.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
But go ahead, finish your story. Don't let me.
Yeah, I watched them.
Them ain't got to be your niggas just because they mine.
But yeah, so I see, you know, he's a young pastor. He's married. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I see. I haven't really got into church to see how the young folks are with their relationships, but I can only imagine it's probably like high school.
No, yeah. I've just never had. I've seen examples of relationships and marriages in church. Have they been successful all the time? No, but what I will say is I've seen those relationships last a little bit longer. I don't know if it's the whole community. You know, divorce is not an option because of Christianity thing. But I've seen a lot of dirty stuff go down inside of marriages that's lasted the longest, right?
Yes.
But I think, you know, they say through better or worse and all that kind of good stuff. And I mean, I done seen some of the worst. You know,
we seen some of the best too. Like you said, with
I've had the best.
Yeah.
But that was one scenario, right? Compared to So both sides of my family are church people, right? My side of the family, Davis, my dad's a pastor. His grandfather was a pastor. On my mom's side, she's a preacher. Her dad was a pastor, and his dad was whatever, preaching, elder, deacon, whatever. So both sides of my family go back to great grandparents of being in church. So I've seen, yes, a great marriage that lasted 60 years? 62 years, right? So I've seen the best of the best, but I've also seen marriages that lasted 40 and 50 years, and the guy has 4 and 5 kids outside the marriage. So I've seen both sides of longevity, but I mean, different viewpoints and different kind of, end results. You got one guy who, smoked cigarettes and had a little wine here and there, but he was integral. He went home to his wife every day. He didn't have outside children. Then I had another man who, he was holier than thou, speaking in tongues, shouting, doing all that, but he had all the hoes.
I think it boiled down to though when it comes to
I'm talking, bro. I'm not even gonna get in this conversation because my mom just went on a tangent about this, about people talking about the family on these podcasts and all that, and I'm not about to go there because. But I gotta speak my truth though.
But what I say,
the vibes.
But I say it boiled down to what he's talking about with our grandparents. He believed in church. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people playing church. So it's a big difference. Like
nowadays, it's even worse.
Yeah, they're not even playing. They just showing up. So it's a big difference. We're gonna touch on that. That'll be another show. Yeah. But like you said, it seen all of those different dynamics. Within the church when it came to relationships. Seeing dudes coming to church every Sunday with a different wife. You know what I mean? Like,
for real.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
And he would introduce them.
That's tough.
Like
he
it was
introduced
the
them?
first. Yes. Each time, like it was the first. So I mean, like I said, we go into that.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, like you got a lot of different dynamics. Yeah.
The same church.
The same church. Different women. And every Sunday.
I think another thing that I notice is it doesn't allow you to know what their true work ethic is. And what's their drive, because all you really see is the Sunday appearance, right? So you don't get to see just her drive for real, or his drive, because you got a lot of dudes who dress up for church and look good, but they go home and sleep in their mama's basement. So we can't just put it all on the girls because it's both sides of this. You know what I mean? You got bum dudes, but they dress up so good, but they don't tell you that they got an alcohol addiction. They don't tell you soon as we leave church, I'm going to get a bottle, and we turn it, you know what I mean? So you get to see, like I said earlier, it gives you a false sense of security about a person.
Yeah, I see what you
I'd rather meet you in the club and know you you like to twerk and you whatever, than to meet this facade and then get home and I'm like, damn, she don't even clean up. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't, but she look good in stockings in a church, in a St. John suit. So that's my,
real.
I don't know. That's my own little personal spiel about it. Y'all drop what y'all want to drop in the comments too. Let us know what y'all feel about it.
We're gonna go more into this as far as church relationships and
we're gonna talk a lot about church this season.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's some of the dynamics you see, like you said, as far as guys, putting a representative on coming into church on Sunday and then taking it off after you leave out. As far as
and they the biggest dope dealer in the world. I done seen a
they
couple.
Pay tithes,
God
they
bless
pay their tithes.
God blessing all the trap. Man.
They pay for the organist. They pay the organist and they tithes by themselves.
Yeah, pay them tithes.
Yeah.
Pay the tithes and bless the streets. Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, we about to wrap up episode 2. I'm gonna let these guys have their final remarks and say what they want to say. If they want to bring anything else up, and we're gonna come back and get on and get ready for episode number 3.
Did y'all talk about the Diddy stuff? We need 15 more minutes.
We got as much time, I think, as because I don't think we hit our thing yet. But
damn, my phone dead.
Yeah, we can. We right there?
We close.
Yeah,
But you can close out with it. What you think about it?
Yeah, let's talk
what's
about
going on with
Diddy.
Diddy. You can close out with that.
It's been a long time coming, ain't it?
Man, he's not the only celebrity, bro.
I'm sure. I've been hearing I heard somebody I ain't even think that about. I don't even want to. I'm gonna just let it play out. I don't really speak on stuff until it play out because you never know.
Yeah, you talking about the local dude here? The local rapper who got caught up on something like that not too long ago.
Ooh.
We're not gonna talk about that. Nah, because I
I
don't
would- yeah, I
want to
wouldn't-
get
I
jumped
would-
outside. I'm okay. I drive an hour and a half, but I don't
Them
want to get
niggas
jumped.
live over here.
Yeah, I don't want to get
That's
jumped.
what-
Them niggas, you don't live here.
I
You
gotta
ain't
live
got
here.
to deal with
I
that.
gotta live here. You don't.
You don't.
You gonna get me in trouble.
Yes, I am, Day. And listen. I'm not about to be fighting these. But
No,
so,
that was wild too. That was wild.
that's wild. And y'all can do y'all Googleizations as Reed would say, because I don't have time to be putting. But what I will say is this, right? A lot of the artists and a lot of the entertainers from the 2000 era or late 90s, early 2000 era, those times were a lot different.
Definitely.
In 2000, niggas was still pulling up the girls' high schools. I graduated in 2002, and it was a 27-year-old nigga at my prime. And his girlfriend was graduating high school with me in Louisiana. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me
So-
too. It was definitely the older niggas getting the girls.
Yeah, for sure. In those times, it was a different era. I don't think it's right. Any way around you cut it, right? I got a daughter, so my vibe, like I was telling him earlier, my whole viewpoints and vibes have changed a lot on life because I have a daughter now, right? So even shit I used to would do back in the day, I ain't fucking with. Like I ain't trying to look at no 25-year-old at 40 right now. You know what I mean? Just personally, like, because I know her thought process ain't where my shit is right now.
Yeah,
with all that I got going on
mindset
in my
is
life.
everything.
But you got to think, a lot of niggas date at their age too. That's the unspoken thing. A nigga ain't gonna go for a female he can't afford, because he know he can't afford her. So he gonna tap out. He gonna go to who he can afford. And 9 times out of 10, he can afford a young girl because they don't want shit but a pizza and some weed and a little liquor, and he gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, as far as the Diddy situation, I think it boiled down to a lot of like personal issues he got going on. I think he got I never met him, but just like from the report and different stuff that she spoke on, I think it sounded like he got like self-esteem issues, like he got ego issues, from the accounts that the security and the other people around in the camp been talking about. I think that he got, some real like personal, issues with women for whatever reason. And it's sad. It's sad and it's unfortunate, because I don't think it's over.
I think he got too powerful, man. Like he just got too powerful, like to the point where you can just tell people to do anything and they just gonna do it.
Yeah, I think that.
And you can hurt people's money. You can stop
Yeah,
people's
you can.
career.
Yeah.
You can like with that kind of power. Once you get drunk with that shit,
That's it. That's the truth.
Do you think the power is still gonna be there after this?
Y'all think they gonna
He
Weinstein him?
losing it now.
Y'all think they gonna Weinstein him? Well, you think he gonna get that bad? Where he want Harvey?
Yep.
You think they gonna R. Kelly him? 30 years?
A surviving Diddy would be lethal.
Yes. The only reason I think that they're gonna do that because of the his
all-
arrogance. He posted and that post was gonna I think get him in trouble. I think he should have just left it alone. He posted enough is enough, like he the victim. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Yeah. So I think
But
he
the
gonna be in there. And
harsh
they're gonna be making tracks, Bad Boy / Trapped in the Closet
for
part
sure.
such and such. Yeah, they're gonna be in there. Yep.
But what I also think, and then and don't play, and it don't really help that he hasn't had the best reputation for treating his artists as well. So it's gonna be niggas that is willing to come on out. But back to what you said, I didn't want to cut you off earlier. How many dudes? I mean, it's a lot of niggas with insecurities when it comes to women. It's a lot of niggas that,
But it's a lot of them behind the scenes. Like he mentioned, the ones that was coming to pick the ones up from school, and as far as just like you said, as far as the number ones, it's a lot of them behind the scenes that's doing the same thing. That's like abusing women. You know what I mean? That's sleeping with underage women. You know what I mean? Because of all these insecurities that they have. Like if you're an adult man and you dealing with women like half your age, if it's not just something that you're into, I feel like that's an insecurity because of for whatever reason these females, you don't gotta meet them on their maturity level type of thing, but when you're dealing with a more mature woman, you know what I mean, your age, it's a lot of things that they might not put up with, that the younger ones will. And I feel
that's where they end up going that route, because a grown woman gonna apply that pressure, and a young woman is not gonna be this.
She is, and that's why I say a lot of niggas date their wage versus their age. But then you have, so let's go on the opposite spectrum where you have dudes who powerful dudes, you know, they get money, but they choose not to date people that's their age. You know what I mean? So I'll just throw it out there, right? My dad's in his 60s, right? He not gonna date nobody that's probably over like 30, 35, 40 maybe. You know what I mean? But that's his own specific cup of tea. You know, he ain't out
35
here.
35 grown as hell, though.
It is, right? But he's 60. That's half his age. But that's his cup of tea. That's what he likes. That's his vibe. So going back to what you were saying about, you know, guys having, if they choose to date older, you know, or date more mature, because he ain't dating his wage. He dating what he like.
But this is the balance of men and women. So women can make that choice at a young age of they can date the older men or they can date the younger men. But when the men is growing up, you know what I'm saying, you got to date who you could date until you get older, then all the young girls be attracted to you. So now,
but are they attracted to you or are they attracted to
what you provide?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's the difference, bro.
And that's the game you play with that. You know what I'm saying? Some people got their preferences. Some people prey on that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's where Diddy slipped into, was he went from preference to
Preying on
him like him being, you know, they're his prey now, or being a predator. You know what I mean? He went from.
I feel that's
hard
insecurity.
But it's hard to kind of. I wasn't in the bedroom. None of us three was in the bedroom. That's a rich ass bedroom.
Right.
It's a little bit over our wage, right?
Right.
We ain't gonna be in them kind of bedrooms. I don't want to be in them bedrooms because I done seen dudes coming out saying what happened in these bedrooms with him too. Christian Keys. It's a lot of people that's coming out.
That's what he was just. That's what he was talking about.
I thought he was talking about TP. I don't want to say his name because the nigga, he make too much money, and I don't want these videos strike. So, but I thought he was talking about TP because he an actor. So I would think he was more in the TP vibe than.
I was reading the comments. Who did they say it was? It was either him or it was somebody else. The dude that Dame beefing with. That owns some cheese, Lee Daniels.
That's
what they were saying in the comments. I don't know shit. I don't even know that.
That sounds. Now that might be more realistic than TP because I don't think TP would risk it all for no. I mean, I just can't see his integrity seem a little different. But like I said, none of us are in these people bedrooms.
Right, and I'm not like, you know, pushing for him to you know, go to jail or nothing like that. But I think his actions and his attitude, I think it's gonna get him there because I don't think he's gonna show no type of remorse or. You know, that he did any wrong, you know, and that's what's
he tried to. He tried to. Remember, you talking about Diddy, right?
Yeah.
All right, you remember when he just accepted the award and then he thanked Cassie?
That was a shot, low key though, because remember he did the song for her too, right? The song with Bryson Tiller that was supposed to be dedicated to her, right? Now you dedicating this to her when she's in a relationship, right? On top of this, you got
with a broke nigga.
Sorry. But she in a relationship. Then not in a relationship, she married. But on top of this, you with somebody, right? That's in the audience and you shot out another woman, right? And that's what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I think that was like I don't know how to look at that.
Yeah, so the real question is, how does Carisha feel? I'm wondering how the city girl feel because she got to be down 500 right now.
But what was you saying as far as that? Because
she been quiet.
Why wouldn't she? Because she still. I mean, they just had photos of her just with the nigga last week. She ain't dropping the bag. She ain't gonna leave him.
That nigga about to go over the ice wall.
But bro, all right. So let's put this in perspective, right? She had a lawsuit. $30 million 2 days later.
1 day later, 24 hours.
I'm sorry, 24 hours later, she had 30 million, right?
Yep.
So that set a precedent to say, all right, if he did anything to you, this is the time to shine, baby.
Yeah, 50 laid the whole play. He was like, not everybody gonna sue you. All your partners gonna back out. You might as well sell me revolt while you can before they try to.
Because they gonna take it from him.
But it was the New York law that was put in place. That Survivors Act. That's what it's called.
Yeah, when you get 20 years.
No, right. You get that exactly to go back, but they only had a year. It just expired, like, you know, not too long after she had put her case in. So it was like, I don't know who it was that, you know, put it into place, but they allowed them a year to go back. You know what I mean? They take the statute to take the, you know, limitations off of the, like, you know, case or whatever.
I heard. Well, I was watching some podcasts a couple days ago, and they said Cassie sued him the right way.
Yeah,
she sued Revolt.
Yeah, she
exactly.
sued
so he can't fake the money.
Yeah. So what happened was it triggered the law. It triggered the insurance that they had. So the money really didn't come out of his pocket. It came out the insurance company's money, which is even crazier because it's like he's still up.
But they dropped him.
The insurance. Oh, of course. Insurance
Or
definitely.
Revoke. I mean, no, I'm talking about not Revoke, but okay, I'm tripping. Never mind.
No,
That's
he
other people
stepped
that
down
dropped
from Revoke. You know, the school dropped him, and then it was something else that dropped him. Like
Ciroc.
Yeah, Ciroc. Yeah.
They dropped him?
Ciroc. That was a bad. I think
They was going bad anyway.
Yeah. But
No,
or maybe this was coming out and he knew that, but we didn't know yet because this wasn't shit but 5 months ago.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that he's gonna have his day in court to be able to do whatever he needs to do, and to be able to get his story across. You know, the way that he needs to get it across. Praying for everybody involved in the situation, man. So we're gonna wrap this episode up. Uncle Ray, thank you for having us in your boom boom room. We'll be back.
Pause.
Next.
That was crazy.
Bro. This is Uncle. Listen.
What did you mean by that?
This is Uncle Ray's boom boom room. It is the room that we may have to get a little boom boom. You ain't never watched Life?
Yeah,
You
pause.
seen Ray's boom boom room?
Yeah, I'm joking.
Damn, man. Shout out to Uncle Ray for holding us down. Nah, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for having our special guest today. Yeah, shout out to Woodrow the Entertainer. Hopefully we'll have him a few more times this season. I want y'all to comment, like, subscribe, share, tune in to the Cobain Report featuring Rock Cobain and Tramell. See y'all next week. We out. It's a wrap, bitch.